Hey all, Sage and Brian here at No Kill Car Shelter today. So we noticed that we have a lot of new friends, follows, and faces here, and we figured that it was probably about time to do a more formal introduction of the shop, No Kill, and us, and what we do here. So with that in mind, let's get into it. I'm gonna go pull Brian out of his natural habitat. Under the hood of this truck. Interview time. This is No Kill Car Shelter Tiny Chair Interviews.
I guess I'm first up.
First up, we've got Nick and Augie back here working on Nick's 57 Chevy. Actually, I'm switching sides. This is my better side. You scooch. Thank you. There we go.
All that time to getting the camera set up in just the right spot, just to change it the last minute.
You know how it is. Come on.
What is this it you speak of? I know how you are.
So, without further ado, let's get into the interview portion of our video here. Almost lost my notes. Wait, interview glasses.
Next thing you know, you're gonna need a wardrobe change for your interview.
Oh no, I picked this out much beforehand. Not really. Anyway. Alright. My first question for you, Brian, is, and forgive the pun, but what sparked your passion for doing what you do with these old cars?
I can't say there's one specific thing that sparked it. A bunch of little things. And I didn't think about it until recently, actually, since we did the interview with the Inquirer.
Shout out Billy Inquirer.
But probably television and movies. I grew up watching like Mad Max, Beyond Thunderdome, The Road Warrior, The Dukes of Hazzard, whatever you can think of. Airwolf, the A-Team with the dope GMC van. Every one of those, even to something like an obscure movie like Moving Violations with Bill Murray's brother in it, and I remember it had an 80 or 81 Malibu cop car in it. It's just, there's no one thing at all, but from that it grew into eventually starting working on with bicycles, and then working my way up to lawnmowers and tractors and stuff like that. Not actual like big tractors like lawn tractors, and then my dad started messing with cars and I followed suit. So there's no one thing, it's just a bunch of little things, and it's pretty much, I'm pretty sure it's pretty much how any of us got into it, between TVs, movies, magazines, hot rod magazines, Car Craft, Car Culture Deluxe, whatever. It's just a culmination of a bunch of things, and it's like, ooh, that's cool, I want to do that.
Seeing things that inspire you.
Yeah.
I like your answer. I like that. Good answer.
That's it in that nutshell.
So,
is that a satisfactory answer to your query?
I believe so. I think I'm happy with that answer.
I don't know if I am, but you're getting it.
All right. I think we're ready for question number 2. How about you?
No.
Well, too bad. Here it comes. The question that I posed to you is, what was your background as a mechanic? And how did you learn everything? And, why did you decide to start your own shop?
Well, the background and all is pretty much the tail end of your previous question, which is my dad started turning wrenches on his stuff because we were poor. So he had to. If you wanted to drive something and you're poor, you have to learn how to fix that thing, because we just didn't have the option of buying a new car or a decent used car even. So stemming from that, I got the bug from him, and then started after that. I got a job, tinkered with my own cars, and I got a garage. After I helped him between going to my uncle's and in our backyard working on stuff, I got a little single car garage a block away, and we worked on a bunch of stuff. But graduating from that to eventually getting a job in a tanker shop, working on 5,000 gallon tanker trucks. From there, and we did everything from building trucks, get a bare truck and chassis and put a tank on it, pump on it, everywhere from putting giant arm having suction hoses on them to whatever you can think of, and graduated from that to in and out of little shops here and there, body shop in South Philly, to eventually at one point working on garbage trucks in Delco, doing everything from repairing rust on those, replacing cylinders on hydraulic rams for the lifting up the gate in the back of them, the rams that push the garbage out of the back, just about all of that. And then everything in between there was always messing with these things when I wasn't at a square job.
What was your first old car?
First old car was a 1980 Chevrolet Malibu that I got from my dad. He told me he wanted $500 for it. Made me save for about 5 or 6 months working at a department store in Jersey called Bradley's. It's like Kmart or Clover's or Caldor. None of those anybody probably knows what they are anymore. But it took me 5 or 6 months to save up that $500, making $6.25 an hour. And then I went to go hand him the money. He's like, "The car's yours. Here's the money. Here's your first lesson. Now go get car insurance and
Nice.
make it legal."
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Thank you. I guess with that, I know that you've had a few other shops other than just this one.
Oh, so many.
And a lot of cars in all of those shops. So I know one of the things that we wanted to talk about is kind of what we do here, which I think that question kind of leads into this question as well, with, what your business is. And for those of you who don't know, a lot of what we do here is rescue old cars that are, either at the end of their way towards the scrapyard, or, that people send us leads on, and then
What's your question? I'm sorry.
the what we do here.
So what we do here is, for the what we do here currently, anything as long as it's not finished paint and body work, nor interior work, nor do I do like engine or transmission teardowns, because for me in this situation that I'm in, it's far easier for me to just go on Marketplace and find, in most cases, as you can see in just about every car here, we're dealing with small block Chevrolets from 283s all the way up to 400 small blocks. So it's way easier to just go and get an engine or a transmission and just roll the dice, instead of, because these days doing machine work and whatever, even if you have the deep enough pockets for it, is the time waiting because everybody's backlogged.
Right.
So for the most part, what we do here is everything else, from patching floors to oil changes, changing out rear differentials, motor swaps, from dropping a completely different car on a completely different chassis to be just a cheap, fun project. Like, whatever you can think of is what we've done here. That's how we started with doing with the Seneca. It was just me and Corey kicking around ideas like Mad Max. There was a specific car in that movie that stood out to us. It was a late 50s Chrysler. It was pink and on a 4x4 dually chassis. It's not entering in here right now because there's so much more in there. But it was that one car in the movie, not even the Interceptor or anything else that stood out to us. It's like that late 50s gigantic four-door sedan with big honking fins that make no sense. Why does a car have that? But
so that's
yes,
what inspired that build.
That's what inspired that build.
Fantastic.
And all the way to the point of us putting a Piper airplane on a Model A chassis a few years back. Didn't finish that one, but it's whatever jumps in our brain at the time and starts festering in there until we get it from the drawing board to actual build. And I'm going to be the first to say, I get it to about 90-95%, and then I'm on to the next thing. It'll run, drive, go down the road, the personalizing and everything. That's when I get bored with it and leave it to the next person.
So that kind of leads into, and I also just want a disclaimer here. I am not an interviewer, so no, I'm not great with interviewing.
Just like
questions.
I am not a real car builder. If you want to put a title on things,
We're doing our best.
Doing our best with what we got, and you get to watch it as it unfurls.
Yeah. It's wild. Coming to the end of our video and our questions here, you know, in leading into what we do here, I know a big part of it is kind of just making daily drivers, not things that you trailer to shows.
Not just daily drivers, but just daily drivers and beaters, as we call them. Just like the type of thing, like you can take it to a car show and you won't be scared to take it to Walmart and park it in the parking lot up in the front, next between a car corral and a handicap car, and you won't be like, oh my god, someone with keys or whatever is scratching. It's like,
because shiny paint causes stress.
Shiny paint causes stress greatly.
Yeah. One of the last things I know we had wanted to touch on, along with the lifted cars and, you know, the 3 Cadillacs, is that sometimes it seems to happen that things come to us in waves.
I don't know how to explain it. It's sometimes when I put it out there, it's just like this truck. It's just like this 60 Apache right here. She knew I put it out in the ether. I was like, I need me a little short bed, standard cab, 2-wheel drive, nothing special. I wanted no power, anything. I wanted just something like, no matter what, I can get in and drive. So we got the truck, and then another 62 GMC comes in, and just before that, we had the 64 Chevy long bed that got traded for the Cadillac. So they come in shift. They come in like shift sometimes. Like, you look behind us, there's a 57 Chevy. Well, that's Nick's. It's been here. Well, I got a 56 Chevy come in the other day, and then just the other week there was a 63 and a 61 Impala here. Never had a 59 Cadillac in my life. There's 3 59 Cadillacs sitting over in the corner right now that I'm dragging my feet on because everything else. So it's never ever like, oh, I got this plan where I gotta have all these things. It's just it's probably a little bit of like, I put it out there, and then since I've been doing this for so long, I know so many good people in this that are just super duper solid people, and they reach out and they extend a hand and this, that, and the third. Like, it'll come out like this. I said with the truck, like I wanted the truck came, but they still keep coming. So it's some of this, some of that. It might even be like, oh, I wasn't even trying, and then 3 59 Oldsmobiles come in. You never know. It's a luck of the draw. There's no set thing. We just roll with it. Roll with what we got.
Yeah.
That's kind of the ongoing unofficial theme of the place. Actually, is making do with what we got. And that's it. Doing the best we can with what we got.
Yes.
In the time we have.
Very well put. I mean, that's really the end of my questions. As I said,
I'm sure there's going to be more, and I'm sure we'll probably do a more extensive interview at some point. But this was just like to get you guys
some kind of an introduction,
familiar with us, and we're on a time crunch right now. But I'm sure we'll.
That being said, yeah, I think leave questions that you have for us in the comments.
That's what leading to. Like, if you guys have any questions, we'll start writing them down and make up a proper actual extended cut of one of these. Whoa, hey, it's all on.
Headlights!
That's the first time those headlights have ever been on that car since it came in this shop.
You just got to see that firsthand right here.
You never know what's going to happen, because there's always something going on here.
Tiny chair interviews. This is my other thing. I would like to interview some of our other friends in these tiny chair interviews, so make sure that you look out for that as well, because I like this. This is something we just threw together today.
Yes. So this is going to be the first of, I'm sure there's going to be many, but so whatever if you guys actual questions, let's be adults here, guys. I don't have time for BS and stuff, just like I'm sure most people do, but
most people don't.
Yeah. Everybody has what they got to do during the day. Everybody's busy, and it ain't no different here. So we're going to do the best we can to keep you guys up to where we are, but while also I got a shop to run. And this is all new. we're struggling here because I'm a mechanic first, and I'm not even really, I don't even like to call myself that. That's what happens first, and this is secondary, and you're watching us grow with you. So
Thanks for growing with us.
exactly. So,
And thank you for your time.
yes. With that being said, I need to get lunch.
I need to get editing.
She needs to get editing to get this posted for you guys. And we'll see you on the flip side.
See ya.
Hi, I'm Augie. I do dumb stuff.
I almost forgot. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.